Hey guys, my name is Kyle. I'm going to go over my current event article, which is titled How to Get the Most Out of a Virtual Doctor's Appointment. So, um, there's been an increasing use of telehealth with patients and doctors, especially within the past couple of months due to COVID and the government's requirements of social distancing. People are really trying to do their best to stay home as much as possible. And one of the ways they can do this is through telehealth and only going to the doctor for, emergency visits or visits for things that are like where you need more physical exams, like up close exams for like a surgery, or to get tested for something, you would have to go to the doctor's office for that. But like for COVID, they're coming out now with testing sites so that you don't have to go to the actual doctor's office, I believe, but I would have to look more into that. So patients and doctors are the ones who are getting, the most advantage through telehealth. Doctors are being able to see more patients, and it's also so it's helping their safety and the patient's safety as well. And when doctors are using this telehealth option, these virtual visits are allowing them to get a glimpse of their home life, especially there in the article. There was a doctor who is a behavioral health doctor, and because she's able to use telehealth options, she's able to get a glimpse of like a child's home life and how they interact with others at home, like if one of a sibling passes by and they say something, and also get a glimpse of the living environment. And this will allow them to um, help them more too. So telehealth is important right now, especially to help reduce the risk of spreading germs. And that's not just with COVID. I think it's something that people should have been using a lot more for a lot longer, especially with, the flu season going around. And that is also a deadly illness to many people who are high risk for that. So one of the major factors of telehealth is that patients don't have to leave their home typically. They can sit in the comfort of their home and see a doctor and talk to the doctor about what's going on with them and try to get help from their home. Um, like I had talked before, it allows the doctors to treat patients better in some cases. Um, so I went over that. Doctors are predicting that telehealth will continue to be a popular option among doctors and patients, even after hopefully all of this stuff fizzles down with COVID. Insurance companies are changing their policies daily to try to be more accommodating to using telehealth. They're covering more of the visits, and so this is a really important factor of telehealth, because if insurance isn't covering it, then people won't use it. So if insurance companies are making it more available, then more people will use it, and ultimately, I mean, this could really help reduce the spread of COVID and other diseases or illnesses too, by promoting people to stay home. Like, for example, if somebody uh, who thinks that they might have COVID and ends up going to the doctor to get tested, well, they've exposed, and if they're positive, they've then exposed everybody who's been at that doctor's office, most likely. So if you're going there to get like your allergy prescription renewed, that's something that you can do through telehealth, and it reduces that risk of exposure and reduces that risk of spreading germs. So I think that telehealth is a great option for people who need like routine visits, like things that aren't very serious, but things that you need to stay on top on. It can really help elderly people and people at high risk of getting any kind of disease, reducing their interactions with the public will help them a lot. One thing I think that could potentially be a big issue is hackers, and I think that I'm sure that telehealth companies have, strong firewalls in place, but I think that that's something that needs to be maintained and kept on top of and monitored daily, and make sure that everything is adhering to HIPAA laws. That's very important too. And that insurance agencies also keep doing what they're doing to promote the use of telehealth by accepting more telehealth networking. And I think that would be a tremendous help with that. And, people are finding it to be much easier than they thought on both sides, on doctor sides and on patient sides. Patients supposedly have been very happy with the telehealth, and doctors have been happy with it too, because it's been a really smooth transition for them, and they're still able to interact with the patient. And I think that if you have a doctor that you've been seeing for years, then that transition may be easier. Probably might take a couple times if you're seeing a new doctor, or if it's just strictly over the phone. It might take a little bit more getting used to, but I think that telehealth could be something really good in the future as it keeps evolving. So that is all that I have for you guys. I hope that you learned more about telehealth and maybe you will use it in the future. Take care.